What's up guys, it's Isaac with the KC Brick Store. Before we get into the video today, I'd like to ask you to check out my new personal YouTube channel. I'll be putting more up there in the future, but for now, here we go. So my Hulk transformation I'm really excited about, and I decided I would see if I could do it with some other Marvel Big Fig characters. So we have the Thor 2 Hulk, and then we have this big green goblin fig character. Both looking pretty solid, but maybe needing some fantasy era adjustments. Now I do really like the Dementor capes here, and I use 4 of them in this video, particularly on the Green Goblin character. I was really trying to go for a robe look, and to be fair, I did see this on Brothers Brick. Somebody had done this with this same character, just a little bit differently, so I really wanted to try it myself. Anyway, I found that putting it on the arms is the best way to go for starters. I did try to put the bottom of the robe on first, and that ended up being a mess here, as you'll see. But so go ahead and put it on both sides. It'll look a little bit rough, to be honest, at the start, but the more you keep working at it, the better. After you put it on the arms, it's easier to go ahead and get on the lower part of the robe there. So you'll wrap 2 capes around either side, or a cape around each side, rather. And then you'll use a little bit of luck and finagling and magic to get a chain wrapped around there to be a belt. It'll still look pretty rough at this point, so don't worry about that too much. Once that's done, though, you can get a cross chain to go across the shoulder, and then that'll really help pull the look together, as you'll see here in a second. So this is not the easiest way to go, and I will say there might be other Lego cape pieces that are better for this. There is a really big Bionicle cape that's all frayed, but it's like $50, and I think it might be too large. Anyway, I think this guy looks really solid. Unfortunately, here you'll see that the capes are really low. They're actually so low that they're barely tucked under the chain there. You'll see especially on the back. So I did have to go through and do some readjustments on this guy. But even after that's done, I feel like he looks solid here. So I think this is good. The capes are stuck in there well. They're not just going to pop off. And I think he looks nice. I do wish that I could create him like a big staff or some kind of large lantern, being an underground cave creature or something like that. But I haven't gotten there yet, so that might be a next step for things. But anyway, I did give him the large troll club, and I think he looks pretty solid. So I would recommend this one if you've got the parts. I will say I did switch out the arms for just normal arms there. I took away his armored parts. Speaking of arms, this arm on this Thor 2 Hulk is really cool, but I don't love the blue color for this particular character. Outside of that, I do think the printing on this guy looks nice. The helmet might not be what I would choose for him right off, but I think it looks fine. I did switch his other side arm for the arm from the big green goblin character. I just think the armor and the black look really good here. And as I said, I just think this figure looks pretty nice already. My big concern with this one was that I wouldn't change him enough to make him a fantasy character. Regardless, I took a chain and then fastened one of these Ninjago snake skulls onto it. My initial plan had been to put this as kind of like a shoulder armor. The snake skull is a piece of shoulder armor. It didn't quite work out that way. I wasn't able to get it mounted in the way that I'd hoped. But I do think the way that this came out ultimately looks pretty solid as well. So you'll see that here. Yeah, I also gave him a scimitar. Now, you might say that's silly and too small. I think it might be, but I think those scimitar pieces are so large for normal minifigures that I just wanted to give it a shot here. Anyway, I think he came out looking pretty nicely too. I do think my one big question or maybe drawback with him is that he might just look too similar to the movie character. Ninjago has made this dragon skull in like a white recently, and I did really want to get my hands on a couple of those to try for shoulder pieces or maybe even a head covering on that green goblin fig. But anyway, guys, I hope you've had a good time. Thanks for watching. Check out my other channel, and please like and subscribe here. We appreciate the support, guys. Thank you.